Today in England League One, the schedule is unusually narrow. Because of the international break, only 5 matches remain on the board, and that makes this round feel sharper, more tactical, and more volatile. The broader league picture matters here. In the Power Index, Lincoln City lead the division, with Plymouth, Wycombe, Bolton, Cardiff, and Stevenage forming the next strong tier. In the recent form index, Stockport County are the standout team, with Plymouth and Lincoln also trending strongly. Among today's teams, Stockport and Wycombe bring the cleanest profile. Reading looks stable. Exeter and Blackpool come in with more pressure and more uncertainty. So this is a round where the strongest home structures look important, but 2 matches still carry real chaos. Let's start with Blackpool against Burton Albion. This looks like one of the hardest games of the day to call with confidence. The prediction slide is almost dead level. Expected goals are 1.16 for Blackpool and 1.22 for Burton. The 1x2 split is 39.4% home win, 21.6% draw, and 39% away win. So on raw numbers, there is almost nothing between them. But the tactical story matters. Blackpool have had major defensive problems. They have conceded too much volume across the season, and the report frames them as one of the weakest defensive teams in the league. They also come in with missing pieces and a fragile structure. Burton, by contrast, look more balanced. They are not explosive, but they are more stable. That matters in a game between 2 stressed teams near the bottom. The top scorelines are 0-1, 1-1, and 1-0. That tells you the match is likely to be tight, not open. My read is simple. This is a survival game before it is a football game. Blackpool have home advantage. Burton have the calmer profile. Prediction: very small lean to Burton not to lose, with 1-1 as the most believable game script, and 0-1 Burton as the sharper upset path. Now Exeter City against Leyton Orient. This is where the model and the narrative pull in different directions. The prediction slide gives Exeter the base edge. Expected goals are 1.24 to 1.14. Exeter. The 1x2 split is 48.2% Exeter, 23.2% draw, 28.6% Leyton Orient. So the raw forecast says home edge, but the wider context is much less comfortable for Exeter. The report says Exeter are in a severe slump. No win in 13 league matches. 5 straight losses. And on top of that, important attacking pieces are away on international duty. Leyton Orient arrive with real momentum. They have won 4 in a row, and the report describes them as a team that has refound belief at exactly the right time. That is why this match is dangerous. The base numbers still say Exeter. The live energy around the teams says Orient are the healthier side. The top scorelines are 1-0, 1-1, and 0-1. That fits the idea of a narrow, tense match rather than a high-event game. My read: this is not a clean trust spot for either side. If Exeter control the early phases, they can edge it. If the match becomes emotional or stretched, Orient are very live. Prediction: lean Exeter on model, lean caution on context. Most realistic scores are 1-1 or 1-0. Reading against Wigan Athletic is one of the clearest matches on the board. The numbers are strong. Expected goals are 1.56 for Reading and only 0.84 for Wigan. The 1x2 split is 65.6% Reading, 28% draw, and just 6.4% Wigan. That is a serious home edge, and the context supports it. Reading have been strong at home for months. The report says they are unbeaten at home since December and still chasing the NSA playoff places. Wigan, on the other hand, have struggled badly away from home. They have improved their defensive resistance lately, but the away win profile is still weak. The top score lines are 1-0, 2-0, and 1-1. That tells us something important. Reading are favored, but the match does not necessarily need to become wild. If Reading impose field position and set-piece pressure, this can be a controlled win rather than a shootout. My read: Reading are one of the strongest home calls of the day. Wigan can make the game ugly. They may even slow it down, but they still look short of enough attacking weight. Prediction: Reading win. Best score range is 1-0 or 2-0. Next is Stockport County against AFC Wimbledon. This is one of the headline matches because Stockport come in as the form team. They are top of the recent form index. They are also high in the overall power picture. At home, their structure has been excellent. The prediction numbers are strong too. Expected goals are 2.04 for Stockport and 1.05 for Wimbledon. The 1x2 split is 62.5%. Stockport, 33.3% draw, and only 4.2% Wimbledon, so the model says clear home control. But there is one nuance. That draw number is still meaningful, and the top scorelines are 1-0, 2-1, and 2-0. That means the model respects Stockport, but it does not see this as total domination. It sees a good home side that still has to work through a stubborn opponent. The report also notes important defensive absences for Stockport. That matters because AFC Wimbledon are not elite overall, but they can be awkward and competitive. They are also not entering in terrible short-term shape, so this is not a spot to treat casually. My read: Stockport are still the better team, still the better home side, and still one of the strongest picks on the slate. But the absences stop this from being a pure cruise control match. Prediction: Stockport win. The most natural scoreline is 2-1, with 2-0 as the cleaner version if they control transitions well. And finally, Wycombe Wanderers against Port Vale. This is the strongest home favorite profile of the day. Expected goals are 2.13 for Wycombe and just 0.84 for Port Vale. The 1x2 split is 63.9% Wycombe, 34.6% draw, and only 1.5% Port Vale. That away win number is almost non-existent. The report also supports the general shape. Wycombe have been a strong home team all season. Port Vale are under major pressure near the bottom. They are short on attacking certainty, and the report notes both squad issues and a run of low-event matches. The top scorelines are 2-0, 1-0, and 2-1. That fits the classic favorite against struggler pattern. Wycombe are expected to control territory. Port Vale are expected to defend long spells. The only question is whether Wycombe break them early or have to grind. One interesting detail is that the pricing logic still leaves the draw as a live market discussion, so the game may not be as explosive as the favorite status suggests. But in pure football terms, this is still Wycombe's match to own. My read: Wycombe have the clearest structural edge of the 5 games. They are at home, they are stronger, and Port Vale do not carry enough attacking threat to make the upset case convincing. Prediction: Wycombe win. Most realistic scores are 2-0 or 1-0. So the full England League One picture for today is this. Wycombe, Stockport, and Reading are the 3 home sides with the strongest case to take control. Exeter against Leyton Orient is more conflicted. The model leans Exeter. The momentum leans Orient. Blackpool against Burton is the real stress match. Close on numbers, messy in context, and dangerous for anyone looking for certainty. If you want the short version, best home profiles: Wycombe, Stockport, Reading. Most volatile fixtures: Blackpool against Burton and Exeter against Leyton Orient. Most likely winning script of the day: stronger home structure, lower margin than the market may emotionally expect.